have in my pocket, right? So when we get to the company,
good morning, everybody. Detective Inspector Dean Thomas from the Victoria Police Homicide Squad. I'm here this morning to announce a $1 million award in relation to information relating to the fatal shooting of Robert Issa, which occurred at the Craigieburn Central Shopping Centre back on the 7th of October 2023. Now, I stood here on last Thursday, the 31st of July, to advise that we had taken 5 males into custody, and subsequently those 5 males have since been charged with the murder of Robert Issa. There was a 29-year-old male from Kew, a 31-year-old male from Mickleham, a 33-year-old male from Pascoe Vale, and 2 26-year-old men from Fawkner. So it's alleged, obviously, that they were involved in the shooting on the day that Robert Issa was killed. So this reward today is very much focused at trying to identify those people further up the chain that were involved in arranging, organising and ordering the hit on Robert Issa to occur. So I ask that if there is anybody out there in the community that has information in relation to those that organised, those that financed, those that ordered the hit of Robert Issa, I ask that they consider coming forward, as there are 1 million reasons for them to do so. Now, we will continue to work and focus on identifying those people responsible further up the chain, and we ask that anybody out there in the community that has information, that they share that with Crime Stoppers or their nearest police station. Thank you.
Are you looking at overseas links to who potentially ordered the hit?
Look, we keep an open mind very much to where that has come from. That is certainly part of our investigation, but we'll just continue to stay focused on identifying those responsible. We have some active leads at the moment in relation to that, and we continue to focus on that.
In addition to the 5 who were charged last week, another man was arrested in Greece. Do you know where in Australia he's from and what's happening with his extradition?
Look, I'm not in a position to comment one way or the other in relation to whether or not a person has been arrested in Greece or not. And I ask that if you have any further questions in relation to that, that you refer that off to the Federal Attorney General's Department.
You said on Thursday it's been a gruelling 2-year operation. How close are you to actually finding that key piece of that evidence and finding who ordered the hit?
Well, look, again, I don't know. We're moving forward, but we do need more information, and that's why this reward today has been announced, because we hope that those out there that know about what occurred and what led to the shooting on the 7th of October, that this will be enough for them to decide to come forward. I'm confident there are people out there that know who has ordered the hit, and I am confident and I hope that this reward will be enough to prize them to come forward and share that information with us.
Would it have any links to the wallet shooting on Thursday as well? Are you looking into that?
Look, with the wallet shooting, what I can say at this point in time is that is obviously an active investigation. It's still very early in the investigation. We continue to investigate that. We keep an open mind to all the crimes that occur, but at this stage, there is nothing to suggest there is a link, but we keep an open mind, and that may change at any point in time.
You said last week, I think, that Robert Issa's murder wasn't linked to the tobacco world. Is that still standing? Is that correct still?
Look, as I did say last week, that we keep an open mind to that, but at this stage there is nothing to suggest that it is linked to the tobacco issues that are occurring at the moment.
I was going to ask regarding the timing of the reward. Why announce it now after you've made arrests just last week?
Well, we decide when it's time to announce a reward. That's a matter for myself and others to determine. But I feel that it's appropriate to announce a reward now, that we have made arrests in relation to this matter, but I am confident there are others further up the chain that have ordered this hit, and we want to identify those people, and obviously we want to identify them, we want to be able to charge them and hold them to account for their actions in relation to this murder.
Is the name Kaz Hamad on your list of possible suspects?
Again, we keep an open mind to it, but there is nothing at this stage to suggest that that he is linked to this particular shooting. But again, we keep an open mind to it.
Might be a silly question, those 5 that were arrested, obviously not helping with the investigation at all.
I won't comment in relation to what they did or didn't say in relation to their interviews. And obviously they are now charged, and I won't be saying anything further about them.
Were there indications that any of those 5 people charged were planning to leave overseas or anything like that?
Again, now that they are charged, I won't be making any further comments about them. I'll be leaving it at that at this stage.
With at least 5 people arrested, and you're obviously still looking for more people in connection to this case, this isn't the first time we've seen sort of a number of people involved in quite a public execution. How unusual is it to have that number of people involved, and how many potential links or other suspects do you think could be involved as well?
Look, again, there's a number of questions there, but it is something that generally a shooting like this that occurred back on the 7th of October 2023 is, there's a number of people involved, and we do find that often with these type of jobs that there is someone that has turned around and said, we want this to occur, and they will finance it and pay for people to do it, and then people will go out and do that. So it's not uncommon. But obviously announcing the reward today, I'm hoping that that will be sufficient for someone out there to go, you know what, $1 million is a lot of money, I can do a lot with that money, and therefore they'll come forward and share with us the information they have that may help us identify those people further up the chain, and we can charge them and put them before the courts.
Are you able to comment, obviously, the way that the execution happened was so public and so brutal? How, obviously he was a young man loved by his family. How are his family going, and are they helping with the investigation as well?
Look, his family, they've lost a son, a brother. They were extremely upset, obviously, when this incident occurred. Our investigators continually, speak to them, and they are somewhat relieved at the advances that we have taken and what's occurred in the last few days. But obviously they know that there's a long way ahead, and obviously they're very supportive of the position that we've taken today to announce this reward in the hope of identifying further people up the chain that were involved and responsible for this.
How does someone get in contact with police to give you the information that you need?
They can contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. They can do it online, or they can call into a police station and advise them that they have information they wish to share, and then investigators will be more than happy to speak to them and see what they have to say.
How much of a concern is it that the people or person out there who ordered this has done this in the past and could do it again in the future as well?
Well, again, we're still working through identifying those people involved. And I said on Thursday that this type of offending, we won't stop until we do identify those responsible, so that we can take them out of circulation in the community and put them before the courts and hold them to account for the actions they've taken. So it is a concern to us, and that's why we've taken this step today to announce this reward, in the hope that it assists us to identify those further people involved.
Do you have any message to those people up the chain?
Well, obviously, if they are listening to this and they see this, it's an opportunity for them to come forward before we come knocking on their door. And, if they've anything they want to say, we're happy to hear from them. But rest assured that we won't stop until we do identify you and we bring you before the courts.
Are there any ongoing safety concerns for Robert Issa's parents and family with their house being targeted before he died?
Look, we believe not. We continue to speak to them, obviously. And, as I said, they were extremely upset when they heard about their son's shooting and his death. And we've worked, closely with them, to work through this and provide them the support that they require, during that time.
Would it be safe to say you're investigating not just the hit being potentially order from someone in Victoria, but cross-border overseas as well? Like, nothing's ruled out at this stage?
Nothing's ruled out at this stage. We're open to, those people being from they could be from anywhere. But we have some active lines of inquiry that we are pursuing, and we'll continue to pursue them. But again, we're hoping that there will be some good information come forward now that this reward has been announced that will help us, get that last piece of the jigsaw puzzle that we may need, that will help us identify those responsible.
It seems like the pressure's building. The arrests last week, the $1 million reward being announced today. I mean, could be any moment.
Oh, we don't know. We're just waiting, and obviously our members are continuing to work hard, and they'll keep working through the information that comes in the hope that we can identify that next level, those that have financed it, those that ordered it, and I'm confident that this will help us get to that position.
How concerned, I think over the last 2 years, I can think of 3 targeted shootings of underworld figures. How concerned are Victoria Police that this is becoming a common occurrence?
Look, it's any shooting that occurs in a public place is a concern. Any shooting, full stop, is a concern, whether somebody's killed or not. So of course, we have concern when it occurs, and we throw everything at it so that we can identify those responsible and hold them to account. And as I said earlier, get them out of the circulation of the community and get them before the courts so that they can be held accountable for what they've done. So we will continue to do that.
And just to confirm, you can't comment about this arrest in Greece?
No, I can't, Cassie. I can't comment one way or the other in relation to it. And again, if you have any questions in relation to it, I ask that you refer to the Federal Attorney General's Department.
Could you give us an idea of what manner of amnesty may be granted to any tipster?
Well, again, that's a matter that would be discussed with the Director of Public Prosecutions, but that is something that we are open to and we would obviously discuss, but that is a decision that would be made by the Director of Public Prosecutions at a point in time, if in fact that needs to be made. All good? Thank you.